All right, guys. Well, we are back as we are getting closer to the start of Furious Steel versus Primal United. Sedgwick, thank you for the follow, as I think you were 1,601st person to follow us, so I appreciate that. Try to add the captain for Furious Steel here. Happy that we get Furious Steel on stream here. I haven't actually casted them yet this season, as they are always a fun group to have in the chat. Always very active. Kim has herself a great community over there. And Nick Turner, thank you for the follow as well. Going to update the stuff here. All right, we are all set. Waiting for an invite, and then we'll be right into it, guys. If you were here for the last matchup, appreciate you. Jason, thank you for the follow. And Chip, or T-Chip, thank you for the follow as well. As now our next goal is 1,700. I feel we rolled right through that 1,500 to 1,600 mark. So thank you guys very much for that. I think our B stream hit affiliate tonight, so we got a lot of fun stuff going on. Definitely appreciate all of the support, guys. It would not be possible without you. I feel like I say that every stream, and I don't really know if there's a better way to put it or to thank you. But honestly, without everyone's support over the last 16, 17 months, we would definitely not be where we are at. So thank you very much for that. I think this is probably going to be our best season so far. Obviously, having 40 teams is huge. Prize pool is going to be, I think, bigger than we've had yet. Should be a lot of fun. Going to have a lot of matches to cast already on week 2. We've casted what this is going to be after tonight, probably 42 matches. So a lot of action, but would not have it any other way. Of course, nights like tonight are a little bit tough as everyone waits till the end of the week to schedule their matches, of course. If it were up to me, it'd be scheduled evenly, but, you know, what fun would that be? Actually, let me update the standings here really quick before I get too far into this. But we just saw FCATS take out Reverence. They played their Week 3 matchup a little bit early. JLV 120, thanks for the follow. So that was a fun matchup to watch. Went to a map 4, almost got pushed to a map 5. But that seems to be FCAT's MO. They don't really sweep teams, or I haven't seen them do it yet. As their map counts 9 and 3, they've lost at least, or they've lost one map every series. But they are 3-0, sitting atop of Division 3 at the moment. But here we go with a Division 1 matchup. As, let's see here. I think the side of Furious Steel is 1-0 with a 3-0 map count. I think they unfortunately had a team forfeit last time they tried to play, if I remember correctly. But they're going to get to play tonight, as they are going to face against a Primal United squad that's 0-1 with a 1-3 map count. They are definitely in a need of a win, as this division is very tough. This is a tough division for sure. got the update for that. Sorry, guys. As I'm going through the standings here, I realized that a team played I don't have the results for, so... I need to send a DM to somebody. Sorry about that, guys. I got distracted when I was going through stuff. Let's see here. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I seem to get distracted easily when I'm doing stuff. I should be able to cast and also deal with stuff at the same time. It's bad news for everybody involved. I appreciate you for understanding, though. Okay, let's see here. There we go. All set. All right. Looks like we're going to be playing free-for-all and speedball. Should be fun. But anyways, hope everyone's having a great Sunday evening. If you guys didn't get to watch the last match, pretty fun. Kind of just touch base on it, but figured touch base one more time. Hopefully everyone's weekend was fun. I know it was really, really hot here in Kansas. I'm sure it was pretty hot everywhere else, but it cooled off today. It was actually a gorgeous day today, so I will definitely take that. I'm not sure why I'm not able to switch. I'm able to switch what my role here. Is that what the issue is? I don't know what the issue is. Hopefully it'll change. I'm really sure what's going on with the host. Not just me. Okay. But anyways, let me double check one more thing here. All right, guys. Sorry, I was just trying to update standings here, but just to kind of touch base on how important this match is here, it's more so for Primal than Furious Steel. If Furious Steel loses, they'll just kind of fall into a pack of a lot of one-on-one teams, as this is so far our most competitive division. So far, the only team that is 2-0 is Minnesota Snowflakes. Otherwise, I think this is actually the last matchup of this division for week 2. So there's 4 teams that are sitting there at 1-1, all very close in map counts, obviously, as you can imagine. But just a really exciting division overall. So this is a pretty impactful series. If Furious Steel wins, they should feel pretty comfortable moving forward. They'll be sitting there at 2-0 and on top. Well, you would think on top as far as map count goes. But Priminal can basically clog it up a lot more if they do win. So it'll cause a lot of issues. So if you are not aware, our playoffs work as such. Top 3 from each division make the playoffs. Since there are 5 divisions, that means that's 15 teams. And then 1 wildcard team from the entire league will end up making the playoffs as well. So to get us to that sweet number of 16 for a balanced bracket, and then we'll have our double elim playoffs for a share of what we're looking like is hopefully going to be somewhere around like $1,100, $1,200, something like that. So should be a lot of fun. But this is a pretty big series. I don't know a ton about this Priminal United squad. They've made a couple changes throughout the season, kind of flipping players in and out, trying to find the correct combination of players. So this is going to be a big opportunity for them. And also after this, we have another matchup. It's going to be E-Girl Slayers versus Glow Up Gaming. And let me actually see what division this is. I think Division 2. Yeah, that's going to be a Division 2 matchup. As E-Girl Slayers is trying to improve to 2-0. Glow Up is looking for their first win of the season. And that one, I would think, is going to favor E-Girl Slayers. They already took out, I think it was Monarch, if I remember correctly, which was a pretty good series. Or no, I'm sorry, it was Heartbreakers. That was a really intense series as they reverse swept them. But they've, I think, had a lot of time to get some practice under their belts, as that's in Division 2. I think actually Furious Steel added a new player recently, and that was Martinez. That was a recent addition to the squad, so curious to see how they're going to look with him. But I actually haven't seen this squad play for Furious Steel. Obviously, in Org we have a great relationship with, and they won last season. But this is a new team. They have their academy team in the league as well. They are a very competitive, very solid team. But I have not seen their top team play yet, so this will be fun to see. Should learn a lot about them. See if they're going to be big-time competitors in the season and playoffs. Kim, hello. Glad to see you in here, as always. I think we're just waiting on a couple people to switch teams, and we're going to get underway. Hey, Kim, is that LAN in Indy still happening? I keep hearing a lot about it, but didn't know if that was still actually happening or not with the whole what shall not be named stuff happening. Didn't know if that was still a go or not, but it'd be good to have some semblance of normalcy, so hopefully it happens. But here we go. I think we're going to get rolling with map number 1 here momentarily. And once this series is over, we're going to hop over to our last match of the night, which is going to be E-Girl Slayers versus Glow Up Gaming. U.S. Army Esports took out Possessed in what was, I think, a pretty close 3-0 victory earlier tonight. The hard point wasn't very close, but I know the Search and Destroy went to around 11, and the domination was just a couple point difference, if I recall correctly. So that was a pretty exciting series. FCATS played twice tonight, winning both 3-1. They took out Dominance and also Reverence, 2 teams that were undefeated before they played them. And then Excalibur versus Lethal is happening right now on the B stream. So a lot of matches happening. And then also the last match of the night, which unfortunately we don't have room on stream for, is going to be Inception versus Team Primal. So a lot of stuff going on tonight, a lot of matches. Just for future reference, guys, if you want to guarantee you get on stream, make sure to check, well, assuming you're flexible with timing and stuff, make sure and check the match day poster and double check and see when other matches are posted for. We obviously have 2 channels, so it's tough to schedule a couple at one time. We do what we can, but we can really only cast 2 at a time. So if there's more than that, it gets a little bit dicey. So. But here we go. Got a Primal United fan in here. Love to see it, as we do see Furious Steel starting out on the preferred side, as they do not have host here, but it was their map pick. We see Nike up on top L there. Kim, I'm doing well as always. But a good start for Furious, as they have held spawns. They have gotten the early time, looking for Primal to try to work their way through, but the early gunfights are all Cayenne. Yeah, that's the name, right? Haven't I forgot that? As you finally see Primal starting to get a couple kills on the board, but Turner doing a great job here in this point, just soaking up time, making sure no one's able to push him. Nike's going to finally be able to get in. He's going to lose a gunfight, though. Turner starting out hot. He's 2-0. And Primal already in a hole, as they are trying to at least get their touch on the hill. And Amson with a big fun against Clever there. And finally, you're going to see Primal be able to get some time, but not the start you were looking for if you are a fan of the yellow squad. Furious Steel, they get the majority of time on P1, and now they're set up very firmly here on P2, which is definitely one of the more difficult hills, if not the most difficult hill to break in Modern Warfare. And we got some whiff shots by Dario here. He's trying to finish off these players for Primal. He's going to pull out the MP5. He feels a little pressure coming. So far, a flawless hold here on P2, as the first 15 seconds have gone the way of Furious flawlessly. But you do see Primal working their way up. Tortoise is going to find a couple. Last player for Furious is in the hill. Dario's going to find one. He's going to get shot at. He's going to lose the gun, or Nike win the gunfight. Dario's going to be able to trade that out, though. And now you see the spawns flip in favor of Primal. Somehow, even with that, Furious is still getting the time, and now you think the strat time is going to go the way for the Primal, but this is okay for Furious Steel. They got the majority of the time on P1 and P2. They're going to have about a 20-second lead here going into the latter half of this map, and this should be set up for P3. The only thing that's to be careful for is Simpin is going on a flip here, trying to flip spawns. Player top yellow here has to be careful. He's going to get shot in the back, and that's actually a really big kill. This is going to set up them with spawns, you would think. Yeah, where are they going to spawn it? Nope, looks like Furious was still spawning back there, as they were the first one to spawn up. So that was a pretty fortunate situation for them, as no one for Primal had made their way past that halfway point, as Furious is still going to be ahead as they touch the hill first, sitting there at a 31-point lead, and trying to work their way towards the hill to get a little more time here on Smokestack. Not a hill you get a lot of time on. Definitely contested with grenades and stuns and whatever else. Anytime you can get it through, it's just gravy. But Turner is in the hill. Going to be taken out momentarily by Nike. He's going to play his life for now. But we do have a player for Primal that did try to flip spawns. It will not work, and this leads them to continue to grow here for Furious for the time being. They're in a really strong spot, as they do have basically the next hill surrounded as well. They may have just lost spawns, but that's something they can worry about coming up. That's something future Furious Steel can worry about. Current Furious Steel is pretty happy, as they're kind of trying to work their way towards P4 to try to grow this lead even more. Turner playing well. He's going to get taken out, though. Dario trying to pre-fire this corner. Reckless finds a couple as well. Reckless is going to find a third. He slides under Dario's shots, and that's a huge couple kills, as this is going to allow them to work their way back into this map. Looking for the players for Furious to try to get some kills on the other side of the map and flip this spawn, but I think Amp is up on top, or was it Nike, doing a really good job of holding things down, but just like that, Furious will be able to flip. And finally, that's going to be 5 down in favor of Furious, as they Actually, Primal is going to be able to have the spawns. The scrap time is going to go with Furious, but that's not a terrible situation for Primal here. They should feel okay about where they're at. Are going to be able to get the early time on P5, barring an insane push here by Furious. Kills in rotation, going the way of Primal. They are set up pretty well, and the only player that was over there to threaten for Furious did get taken out. Lead starting to shrink, about a 50-point lead and shrinking for Furious here. As Turner's the only one in position to make anything happen. He's going to get able to he's going to be able to find one. I assume he's going to be collapsed on pretty quickly, but so far there's really nobody else here for Primal to threaten him. He's going to get taken out though, and that was short-lived. I think I would have preferred to see him go up top. He kind of got a little bit overconfident there with the M4. As Furious was able to break on the backside of Turner's distraction there. And now you'd think the rest of this time going to go the way of Furious, as Primal's main focus needs to be to hold spawns for P2. And I think Tortoise won a big gunfight on the other side of the map by Forklift, as if there was a player for Furious that was trying to get around the other side. And you're looking at Reckless playing great so far. Him and Nike, 17-11, 15-9, playing great. Amp soaking up that hill time, but not really doing much in the slaying department. But Furious Steel is set up to be the first touch here on P1, and they actually have flipped spawns, so great situation for them. This is set up to be a lot like the first rotation, where they are going to get the early time on P1, while also staying set up for P2. This lead continues to grow as Nike just wall bangs that little window there. So a big kill, but for Furious, you can't be too upset by it. They have a 60-plus point lead. It is shrinking a little bit, but they are set up for P2, which they dominated the first time. I guess not dominated, but definitely won it there. They're sitting there at 160 points. They continue to shrink. Only 15 seconds left in this hill. Lead should be about 35 points as we head towards P2. You see Primal trying to find some type of opening here. And it is Furious that is set up once again. Amp's going to find two big kills. What can the rest of the squad do? And I think Martinez and Turner respond with two of their own. Martinez finds a second. That might be the type of hold that Furious Steel needs to bring this close to that 250-point mark. As Martinez isn't taken out from the top window, Tommy, kind of the last reinforcement there. He's going to get taken out by Nike as he's just doing a great job of bobbing there. It looks like Primal has been able to break in, but Furious is still a lot of pressure here. Last one on the hill, I think, is Simpin, or I'm sorry, it was Reckless. He gets taken out, and now you think the rest of this time will go the way of Furious, as Primal's going to err on the side of trying to get set up for the second half of this hard point. That's going to be a lot of gunfights for Furious Steel. As it is Reckless kind of the last one alive here. He's going to get taken out before he can kill Tommy. And Simpin is set up in P3. Not a great situation to be in, though, as you're going to expect to see a lot of grenades and a lot of stuns come out towards him. Good lead here for Furious Steel. Map winding down. Primal trying to take a 1-0 lead, trying to complete the comeback. Nike's then taking out Reckless with a team kill. That's not what you want. Turner responds with one of his own against Clever. And now no one in the hill. If you're Furious, you're probably just going to try to get a little bit of time here on P3 and then win it on P4. That's kind of the recipe for success for you. Turner's going to find a couple. Just like that, Furious Steel is able to touch the smokestack kill here. Turner sitting in kind of a cheeky little corner, cheeky little angle as a player pushing on the front, wasn't able to see him. Time racking up. Turner getting some kills and time in the hill. That's going to be 5 down in favor of Furious Steel. And now they are in a great spot here to finish off this on P4, as they're only going to need about 15 seconds or less. And there's 4 down again. Tommy gets 2 big kills. This is looking like it's going to be a Furious Steel lead after map number 1. 1 left. That's going to be Reckless. He's going to take out Martinez. And that's going to be map number 1 to Furious Steel, barring something crazy. As we do see everyone from Primal come from the one side. Clever's going to be there to shut it all down, though. And he gets a 3-piece to finish it. And 1 player alive, Martinez, I think, can kill his teammate. And it's not going to matter. 1-0 Furious Steel lead. All right, guys. Well, that was a fun map one. It seemed like Furious Steel had a pretty good control of it basically the entire time. There was definitely a short period there where you thought that Primal might be able to make a push, but that third and fourth hills is really where Furious put it away. They gave themselves a pretty good lead, basically on tire shop. They did a really good job. Both times they're holding, I think, pretty much the majority of the time. Primal got a small touch on it here or there, but nothing too crazy. A good map for them overall as they win by just under, what was that, 85 points. So a very comfortable lead, very good showing on map one, not on their host. So good sign for them for sure, as they look very good. This is the first time, like I said earlier, this is the first time I've seen them play this season, but this new squad is looking very, very solid. It's just very tough to compare them to the last rendition of the Furious Steel team because they were such a good team as far as slaying goes, and now this one's got to live up to that hype, and I'm excited to see how they can respond. They're definitely trying to make a name for themselves under what's become a very, very good org. Exciting stuff for them for sure. So. As we're going to a Ramaza Search and Destroy. We saw this a lot this weekend. This is a map I feel like I saw a handful of times this weekend. It's a fun map for Search and Destroy, and it actually just kind of in general, there's a lot of craziness that happens. It's pretty diverse in what weapons are viable. There's plenty of spots for subs to make a difference. There's a lot of spots for ARs to make a difference. You don't really see snipers a ton on this map, but when you have so many different options with other weapons, I think that's probably okay. But there's a lot of playmaking ability here. Definitely in Search. Hardpoint, it's a little more straightforward, kind of just ping pong back and forth and lead changes and whatever else. But in Search, you can get very creative, which I like. So, sorry guys, my voice is already going. Only casted one match. My voice is losing it. But here we go. Looks like it's going to be a sniper on the side of Primal. So. That's going to be fun. Reckless gets first blood against Dario, as I think that was top mid. And so far, they're finding nothing. Martinez, I think, just avoided that grenade. As Turner finds Nike, that's a big kill to try to neutralize things a little bit. Clever's going to find one as well. Man advantage for Furious Steel. As we see Simpin going on a little bit of flank here. I don't know if anyone heard him. There's one player for Furious over by A trying to lock that down. I'm curious as to when he's going to start to rotate. Reckless still top mid, kind of in a little game here with Tommy. Tommy's going to win the gunfight. That's huge. And now it's kind of up to Simpin on the flank to make a big play. He's going to find one. Is he going to find two? Nope. Martinez actually finds Tortoise. I can't switch players because the game is trash. Tommy finds the last player as well. And that's going to be a 1-0 lead for Furious Steel. Guys, I promise I try to find the important gunfights. I'm sorry, that was one of the last two gunfights. I try to find the gunfights that matter in Search and Hardpoint, but it's just so difficult with the CODcaster being as god-awful as it is. It's a struggle every time. But that's a good start for Furious Steel as they hold down that B bomb site. Sippin had a pretty good opportunity to try to make a big-time flank there. He found one, but is my mic struggling? Alright guys, just a heads up, when I restart my mic, my stream is going to cut out, so I'm probably going to have to restart it. But just bear with me and I'll be right back with you.